What's going on, everyone? TJ Fitness News Reviews, the channel that helps you make smart decisions about the supplements that you buy, and together with me, one of the original pre-workouts out there, GAT NITRAFLEX. This thing has been around forever, and I've been getting a lot of questions recently. Hey, how does GAT NITRAFLEX stuck against the new crazy ass pre-workouts I usually review here on the channel? And I thought I'll get some and review it. So I'm going to take you through the label here. I'm going to tell you what's in it to a large extent, because this is a prop blend, mostly a prop blend. Then I'm going to share with you my personal experience over the last week using this one with this flavor here, black cherry. And I also had a couple of samples of the pina colada. Then I'm going to give you my final verdict right towards the end of the video. Let's get right into it. If you're subscribed to the channel, you've seen me review a lot of niche pre-workouts from smaller companies that, bring into their pre-workouts so much shit that they can't carry it on bodybuilding.com or Vitamin Shop or GNC, Muscle and Strength, whatever. And, stuff with DMAA, DMHA, 600 milligrams of caffeine or whatever. So NITRAFLEX is the original, one of the original hard hitting. And really, I wanted to answer the question to myself, if I take this one now, if I take this after I've been taking all of this shit that you see here, how would it feel? How would it compare? And like I mentioned before, a lot of you guys actually asked the same question, because one of the things with the newer pre-workouts, the niche ones, right, that sometimes they're just too expensive. You'll pay $30 or $35 or sometimes $40 for 20 servings, 25 servings, really to find like one of these hard-hitting ones or let's say the niche ones at sub $30 for 30 serve is only on a crazy ass deal. Where something like GAT NITRAFLEX, because it's very widely distributed over all of these channels like bodybuilding, Vitamin Shop, GNC, eBay, that have a lot of promotions, then you can regularly find this 30 serve for like $20, $25, right? And sometimes even less. Anyway, long story short, this is worth your attention because really it's the OG. So give it some respect. It's one of the OGs. It used to be a totally prop label. On the label itself, it's still totally prop. But when you go, let's say, to the bodybuilding.com site, they actually disclose 3 elements that are relatively important in this formula. So we actually know some of what's in it. And I'm gonna put the label here, but when you look at it, it looks like a freaking one big ass prop label. Guys, it's almost August. It's not almost. It's August 2018. Seriously, freaking open the label. Who cares? There's nothing here like something that no one else uses. Anyway, let's go into what you should care about and what we know. There's 25 milligrams of niacin. It gives you these flushing feelings. 25 milligrams is quite a lot. I'm going to talk about it later on. As far as they have like 3 prop blends here, it doesn't really matter. Let me tell you what you should know, what I know there is in there because they disclose it. There's 3 grams of citrulline, which is actually a cool dosage of citrulline. On top of that, you get a bunch of other pump ingredients. You get more citrulline in the form of citrulline male. You get L-arginine, you get L-arginine alpha, you get resveratrol. Anyway, you get a bunch of stuff which they don't say how much is in it, so we're going to just skip it. So think about this, 3 grams of citrulline, which is good as pump. It's actually the clinical dose. It's on the lower end of the clinical dose, plus a bunch of other stuff. For me personally, when it's just citrulline, it doesn't do a lot, but when it's combined with other stuff, it usually helps. So this is what you have here. As far as the energy blend, what they call the energy blend here, they actually say that they have 1.5 grams of beta-alanine, carnosine. So 1.5 for you are used to like the tingling, love the tingling, and the maybe the main supposedly effect of beta-alanine of lactic acid buffering, helps you go longer. Then 1.5 is half of what you would usually see, actually less than half, but it's 1.5. I'm going to talk about the effect in a second in the combination with niacin. Then they have caffeine. They actually disclose the amount of caffeine on the site, like I mentioned, 325 milligrams of caffeine. So actually 325 is a perfect dosage. I like 325. I think that's solid. Then on top of that, they have DMAE, which is more of a focus element. They have N-acetyl-L-tyrosine, which is a focus element. They have theanine, which is supposed to prevent the crash. It's a chill down type ingredient. It's not a stimulant, but it helps tone down crashing from caffeine. Then you have alpha yohimbine. I don't know how much is in it, but just that you know, there's alpha yo. Now, the last ingredient in this thing is the thing that you see here, the CFB, which is, I think GAT NITRAFLEX is the only pre-workout for sure that has it. It's a patented ingredient. They don't say how much is in it. But listen, I did some research. This is supposed, like, there's some research the company that manufactured this did, the ingredient, and it's supposed to help with test boosting. Honestly, I don't buy it. I think it's bullshit, even the research. So I'm going to ignore the test boosting because they actually mention it here. Hypermia and testosterone enhancing powder. Hypermia. What the fuck is a permia? Anyway, it's a pre-workout. Forget the test boosting. I think it's bullshit. Let's talk about the experience, because really this is what matters at the end of the day. Even though we all hate pro blends and we don't support pro blends, but seriously, if you take it and it just makes you fly, then it makes you fly. Let's talk about flavors. Listen, guys, listen. Black cherry is a freaking amazing flavor. Amazing flavor. You should give it a shot. Like, again, pre-workouts flavor don't matter. They really don't matter. You just don't want to be afraid of taking it because it tastes like horse shit. But this is really a good flavor. Pina colada. Pina colada pre-workout. Is there another pina colada pre-workout? I don't think so. There's like tiger's blood and stuff like that. Pina colada is a freaking amazing flavor on the GAT NITRAFLEX. If it was a BCAA, I would take it all day. It's just a great, and I like the coconutish type flavor. Just a great flavor. So these the two I tried now in this time around are amazing. Let's talk about the experience with the energy. So let's start with the downside of this shit. The amount of niacin. I don't know. I mean, this is somewhat personal, but it's actually quite consistent around a lot of people. Combination of a lot of niacin with beta-alanine, even if it's underdosed, gives you the tingling and flashy feeling, which is uncomfortable. I love tingling. You guys who are subscribed to the channel know that I like the tingling. Like the normal beta-alanine tingling, I love it. This is not normal beta-alanine tingling. I've felt it with other pre-workouts that combine a lot of niacin with beta-alanine. You get like flat, like it feels like a rush. It feels like you get like your knuckles become red, your elbows become red. It is uncomfortable feeling. Now, luckily for NITRAFLEX users, it is only 1.5 grams of beta-alanine. I can tell you that with 25 milligrams of niacin plus 3.2 grams of beta-alanine, this would last forever. Here what happens, it hits you really fast, you start feeling the tingling and the flushing, but it actually goes away after like probably like 10 minutes and it just stays with normal tingling. I don't get it. Like seriously, I think it's redundant. Give me 3.2 grams of beta-alanine, I'll feel the tingling, I'll be happy and I'll go. Let's talk about energy, focus, mood, and all that, and pumps and the stuff that we care about in a pre-workout. Listen, as far as energy, this works. What can I say? You know, it's super simple, and I'm assuming that what works here on the label is 325 milligrams of caffeine plus whatever they have here as alpha-yo. When you combine 300 plus milligrams of caffeine with alpha-yo, you don't need a lot of other shit for an energy kick. You don't need DMAA, you don't need DMHA. These would help. They would make they would help with like motivation, mood, focus, but like for an energy kick, if what you want is to, let's say that you're saying, hey, I'm stopping, like I'm taking freaking Ares Titanium and I'm not feeling the mood elevation anymore, which means you need to cycle off some shit. This will get you going. Like the energy kick here is real. As far as focus, listen, the L-tyrosine combination with a couple of the other ingredients that they have here works. Like you're gonna be focused, and also alpha-yo plus caffeine gets you focused. I think, listen, it's not focused, tunnel vision, the craziest thing with DMAA, DMHA, whatever. But as far as like if I compare this to, let's say, the new Kraken, right? That the one that I reviewed and I'm gonna link to here below, which is total shit. It's like freaking C4 type level shit. For us, Stim Junkie, not for you regular people who like C4. For like this is actually solid. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna like it. Again, it's not mind blowing. It's just a good for if you're a Stim Junkie, if you're like a DMHA Stim Junkie, you know, Ares, Pre-Stack, Defiant Unleashed, Hell Yeah, whatever, then this would be something you cycle off to continue in feeling the other shit like the mood elevation and all that good stuff. But the energy piece here works. Pumps work. Listen, again, it's a prop formula, but they probably had enough shit on top of the 3 grams citrulline that actually makes it work. I really like the pump here. The focus, like I said, is okay. One of my biggest problems with this thing though, now there's no mood elevation, like there's no real mood elevation. You're in the zone from a workout perspective because of the energy and the alpha yo. By the way, no crazy alpha yo side effects, so it's not like with the cold chills and stuff like that. My guess, 1 milligram of alpha yo here, so it's not a lot, but you feel it in the energy. Like I was saying, the downside that I felt after an hour and a half, it just goes away. Just goes away. No, like it's not like an hour and a half, 2 hours after it, you still feel like you still feel like the tingling, you're motivated, you want to go. I usually train for about an hour lifting and then I do some cardio post-workout, and I really feel the difference between a pre-workout that has that prolonged effect, like the 2, 3, 4 hours carries with you, that when I go on the treadmill, which I freaking hate, I'm actually doing it. Okay, I'm okay with it. Like I'm okay. I said let's do this. With this one, after like almost I would say 90 minutes, it's not a crash. It just totally fades away. Just freaking just disappears, which might be a problem for some of you. But if your workouts are an hour and you find this on a crazy ass deal, and I'm gonna link to the product page on Fitness Deal News where we compare prices and find the hottest deals from all over the web, then go for it. Listen, this is a good one to cycle off to. I hate the freaking prop blend, but you know, when it works and the flavor is good. Listen, people, if this video was helpful in your GAT NITRAFLEX decision-making process, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel because this is what we do here. Exactly what we do here. We go out and we try help you make smart decisions about the supplements that you buy. And if you want to save money, as I told you, link in the description below to Fitness Deal News. We don't sell anything. We don't sell freaking anything. We just help you find the best prices out there.